One thing I've learned in life is that everybody has an opinion. And for every opinion, there's always someone who's going to contradict it. It's part of human nature. It's part of who we are. I've learned, being part of YouTube, that there are people that have issues, eternal issues, and they take it out on other people just because somebody might have said something that rubbed them the wrong way. I find myself having to defend who I am, and if I mention the fact that I'm transsexual, it kind of rubs people the wrong way. It's really sad when you can't share who you are with the world without the world getting upset. The don't ask, don't tell policy that our great ex-president Clinton presented, it's not such a good policy. Walk around not caring about other people. Don't tell me, I don't want to know. So why do we ask, how do you feel? Because we're going to end up hearing the response, oh, I'm alright, thanks. Do you really want to know how I feel? No, so why do they ask? Being transsexual, it's not contagious. It's a biological condition. I didn't ask to be born this way. All my life I grew up thinking I was from another planet. I could never relate to people. Being partly autistic as well made it hard for me to make friends, to give people eye contact. So I always felt like a stranger in a strange land. I managed to learn to deal with things and to deal with all my challenges, even the fact that I was born in the wrong body. There are many of you out there on YouTube land that make fun of me, and I've learned to have thick skin. I guess you'll never know how a person like me feels until you walk the mile in my shoes. There are many of us out there that feel this imbalance between gender and sex, because that's what it is. And we take it for granted that our brains match our genitals. 1 out of 100 babies are born with some form of gender identity anomaly. That doesn't mean that 1 out of 100 babies are born transgender. But somehow, some way, their brain and their genitals don't match. And to the severity, it depends on where you lie in that spectrum. It's too complicated for me to go into in this particular video, and I have other videos on my channel that explain it a little bit better. But I just needed to talk about this because it struck a chord. And some of the people ask me, why do I have to bring my transsexuality to some of the comments? Well, sometimes I like to share a little bit about me with people, as I love to learn about you in your videos and your comments. After all, that's why we go on YouTube, to connect. What kind of connections are we making if they're false connections? I've put myself out there full-heartedly. I'm not perfect. People think I have an ego. I do not have an ego. I am the most honest and passionate, loving person you'll probably ever meet. I might have a temper at times. Maybe I don't know how to express myself correctly because of the barrier language. I was born in Cuba and I came when I was 4 years old. And I've been in the States for many years, but because of my slight autistic and small learning disability, sometimes language is not easy. I don't think in letters, I think in images. And it's hard for me to express myself. I thank God for what I have and the fact that I've been able to overcome a lot of things. But what hurts me the most is the cruelty I see in people. There's no need to be cruel to one another. We're already dealing with enough problems, diseases, and issues in the world. Anyway, enough about that. I wrote a little song called Just Let It Go. And, sometimes we argue, whether it's a spouse, a friend, a relative. And we hold on to these things, which makes us bitter and angry. In the long term, makes us ill. So I wanted to share this little song with you. It's called Just Let It Go. And pardon me if it doesn't come out that great because I'm trying to read the words still and it's rather new. Tell me about the things you think the most. Tell me about the things that brings back those tears. Do you really think that life has done you wrong? Look behind you, girl, and see the world. There's been some good days, there's been some bad. Lay the equation down and do the math. Just let it go till you can't no more. There's been times we've all fell into a hole. People talk about us as gossiping, that's all. Wanting to run away from the past seems to be the answer. It's quick and it's fast. There's been some good days, there's been some bad. Lay the equation down and do the math. Oh, just let it go till you can't no more. Can't imagine another possibility. It's tit for tat, can it actually be? What's the use of holding on to this mess? The arguments and the hatred, they can't last. There's been some good days, there's been some bad. Lay the equation down and do the math. Just let it go till you can't no more. Oh, just let it go till you can't.